good health is not everything when it comes to health, but without it, everything is nothing. Welcome to our kitchen treasure. There are some people who are really constipated. When I go around companies doing some consultancy, I discover that 38% of my participants are really constipated. So meaning around 40% of people in Metro Manila are really, really constipated. When I say constipated, they are constipated and they cannot go to the toilet every day. Some of them have really hard stool. Some of them go to the toilet every other day, or some of them even once a week. So you can see severity of constipation. Yeah, the solution is so simple. It should be high fiber diet. But the problem is many of them are not really used to eat fruits and vegetables. You can only get fiber from fruits, vegetables, nuts, and grains. Meat, poultry, fish, eggs, milk, and cheese contain no dietary fiber. So what will happen to those people who are just eating rice and maybe chicken, or rice and fish, or sometimes they're just eating pastas without vegetable? So definitely you will be expecting hard stool, constipation. And we would like to prevent constipation by using natural remedies. You know, constipation is the gateway to so many sickness. Name all. It can cause you headache, it can cause you migraine, it can even give you hypertension. You know, constipation is really related to your cholesterol. If your cholesterol is high, oh, the diet is good, and definitely you are constipated. If you are diabetic, you don't eat fiber, definitely you are also constipated. So people who are really constipated should really do something right now. Worst scenario, people who are severely constipated are really high risk of colonic cancer. Now, of course, you have to consider the childhood history. Now, it's hard to give really vegetables and fruits to those people who haven't tried eating all this kind of food. You know, I've seen some patients who cannot really swallow a slice of papaya or a slice of vegetable. So sad to think that these people grew up in this kind of environment. But sometimes we cannot do something anymore. And you cannot force, so we have to start it good. And the best way that we could do is giving them the best solution. One day I had a patient, and my patient was actually an executive in one of the corporate companies in Manila. And when I was doing a seminar, she was just right there at the corner listening, and she was so quiet during the entire seminar. And then when we went back again to that same place, that lady, the executive lady, approached me and said, "You know, Blessy, I was really constipated when you were discussing constipation in the seminar. And I was so quiet. I know that's me. You know, I used to go to the bathroom every other day. Or usually it's interval of 3 days. So severe constipation." And you were right. You were discussing, you know, the smell is really deadly. Yeah, when I go to the bathroom, the smell was really so deadly, you know, so odorful, and it's really bad. And I have the migraine, and I have the bad temper. I have all these emotional things that you were discussing in the seminar. But I tried your formula. And the formula that we will be sharing to you guys is the same formula that this executive lady had benefited a lot. We call it fruit blend detox. Now, this executive lady, for a long time, from childhood until she became an executive, never appreciated, never, you know, the vegetable intake is almost zero, you know, and it's always meat and rice and meat and all these non-vegetable dishes. And you would be expecting that she was really constipated. But because of this formula, she was able to discover new health and new life. Now, I started by saying those of you, our viewers, who cannot go to the toilet every day and you're not really used in eating fruits and vegetables, the best solution right now is the fruit blend detox. The fruit blend detox is so simple. We will be using fruits. We want it really good, and we want to maximize the fruits as much as possible. We will be using locally grown fruits. When I say locally grown fruits, it's just the fruits around your area. So here in the Philippines, we have watermelon most of the time, and papaya, banana, and pineapple. So we can start with this kind of fruits. If you will be using watermelon, be sure to at least get the inner skin. If this is red watermelon, be sure to get, when you slice, the yellow part of the skin. But this time we have the yellow watermelon, and it's hard for you to distinguish the green, the green skin. Now, with the watermelon, of course, is papaya. Papaya is really good if you are very sure of the resource, like you just got it from your garden or from a friend, not from the market. You can even use the skin of the papaya. Now, if you are really severely constipated, or you're trying to do something to lower down your cholesterol maybe, or you are afraid of cancer, or maybe some of you who have cancer can benefit a lot from the seeds of the papaya. The seeds of the papaya has unique phytochemical. It has also unique papain. So, maximize the papaya. Okay? It's not really that good. The taste is not that good, but I assure you that you will really experience relief when you have the seeds of the papaya. Okay, let's try this formula for the severely ill person with the skin of the inner skin of the watermelon and the seed, and we will be grinding. By the way, this will act as the fluid. Be sure to have a good blender so that we can really grind the seeds. Now, maybe the next ingredient that you could do is adding papaya. Papaya can be with the seed or without the seed. If you will be serving a really sick person, be sure to include the seeds. And obviously, the seeds would give you not a pleasant taste. But if you will be doing a blend for your children, it's nice to remove the seeds so that the kids would really love drinking this shake. Now, when we add papaya, by the way, you can use a ripe papaya or medium ripe papaya, or with the skin, and then grind again. Yeah, for your fruit blend one, you can have watermelon and papaya, just these two ingredients. Or if you want really to turn this really sweet for the kids, you can have your sweetener, and it comes from banana. So you can use any kind of banana. This is saba. You could use the the lakatan or tundan or even butuan and bungulan. So we have wide variety of bananas here in the Philippines, or even in the Asian countries. You can really find good bananas. And I would rather suggest that when you look for banana, you better go to the local market, not to the big suppliers of banana, because sometimes they're using ethyl in their banana. No, it's like a liquid, something chemical, so that it will ripen that fast, and we don't want the ethyl. So when you go to the market and you see some bananas and part of the banana is green and part of the banana is yellow, that means that banana has no ethyl. So those bananas that are uniformly ripe, you better doubt, especially if you go to the big suppliers. Sometimes they put ethyl in the banana, so for the uniformity of ripening. So this banana, I think, has no ethyl because part is still green and the other one is still yellow. So you have to put the banana to your mixture. This will really make this sweet. Maybe 2 pieces. And then grind again. Now, if you will be giving this to your son, he's not really, fond of eating fruits, you have to serve this using beautiful glasses, or if you have goblet is really good. We don't just eat with the taste, we eat with the sight. So we really need to maximize the strategy so that you will really be effective. Now, those children who are really fond of drinking, cold, or they're fond of drinking soft drinks, it's hard to drink this kind of thing. Maybe you can add, to start with, ice chips so that it becomes like real shake. Okay, so ice chips here will really, or ice cubes. If you have good blender, ice cubes can actually be like real fruit shake for this fruit blend. Now, here is pineapple. And the pineapple, if you will be mixing this to your fruit blend, be sure to include the ice of the pineapple. The ice has unique fiber. It is really high in insoluble fiber. Same is true with the seeds of the watermelon. Yeah, they are a little bit hard, but when you grind, that can actually help clean the colon, and that can actually make very, very good bowel movement. Just few hours maybe after drinking this fruit blend. This is better than any laxative that you could find in the market. Now, the ice of the watermelon, of the pineapple, is edible, including the core. So you have only few waste. So it's economical and it's nutritious. It is high in fiber. It's the best solution to constipation. Now, the principle of this fruit blend is you cannot mix pineapple to very sweet banana. What I mean is you cannot mix sweet to sour fruits. So the principle is sweet to sweet and sour to sour. Now, of course, basically the primary objective here is the palatability. You're giving this to a person that is not really, fond of eating fruits, and it must really be a nice mixture. So you mix sweet fruits to sweet fruits. Okay, let's try to have an example. What's this? Grapes is sweet, right? But there are some grapes that are sour. So initially, you have to taste the fruits first. Like, taste a piece of that fruit, and then taste a piece of that fruit, and then that's the time you have to mix the two. Sometimes you have sour guyabano, soursop. So if the guyabano is sour, you have to mix it with the sour pineapple. Now, if the guyabano is sweet, you can mix that to another sweet fruit. Now, this one is, by the way, the watermelon and the papaya. These two are very neutral. So you can mix this to any, to sweet maybe, or to sour fruits. Now, if you will be mixing sour mango, you can add your oranges, sour oranges. If you have your sweet sweet mango, you can mix that sweet mango maybe to your sweet pineapple. So here comes an idea. It's actually a wide variety of idea. It's just in your kitchen. You have these few pieces of fruits. It's just right there in your ref. But by mixing and grinding and preparing, you can have a wide variety of preparation. Okay, day 1, you can have watermelon and papaya. Day 2, you can have watermelon and pineapple. Day 3, maybe you can have watermelon and mango. Okay, day 4, you can have watermelon maybe, or maybe grapes. Especially if the grape is not really that palatable, you can mix the grapes here with the seeds. Now, remember that the seeds that are small and chewable are eatable. What I mean here is the seeds that can be eaten by birds can be taken by us, can be eaten by us. So that's the principle. So those seeds that are small can be mixed, can be the best mixture and the best ingredient in our formula. Now, seeds of kiwi, wow, that's best. Seeds of dragon fruit, yeah, you can put the seeds here. But seeds of atis, oh, don't attempt to do that. The seeds are too hard. Sometimes you can mix sweet. Sweet is avocado. Avocado is sweet, right? It's not sour fruit. So you can mix avocado sometimes with your sweet fruit. Don't mix avocado seed. Ah, that's too big, huh? Or, oh, I love durian. Durian, you can do that as your flavoring. But those of you who are really fond of eating durian, that you can add more. Okay. So what else? The seeds of langka, oh, cannot be added here. So the small seeds that are chewable can easily be placed in your fruit blend, and that can actually add insoluble fiber. Now, sometimes you don't have watermelon. So watermelon is actually, this would act as your liquid. So watermelon is not available, that you have to add buko water, coconut juice. So buko water can be placed here in exchange to your watermelon. Or sometimes you can boil some of your vegetables like sweet potato leaves, boil the sweet potato leaves, or malunggay maybe, and get the fluid, and that can be the liquid of your fruit blend. Now this fruit blend has no water, no sugar. Some of you are now seeing that it's 100% fruits. The principle is we don't want any water or any sugar because we want 100% fruits. Some of you are saying that, oh, maybe we can just get the fruit blend in the grocery, in the malls. Yeah, that can be a regular juice, but that cannot act as your fruit blend because they would be adding just a small portion of fruit, and then they put large amount of sugar and no, actually it's not. It's the syrup, it's the liquid sugar, and then they add water and ice. And practically, it's not really 100% fruit. It's just around maybe 5% or 3% fruit. But this formula is really 100% fruit. That is actually the uniqueness of this fruit blend detox. Now, the fruit blend detox can be eaten with empty stomach. the best way, really. Try it with your empty stomach. Maybe you can have this as your breakfast. Those of you who are trying to lower down your cholesterol, you can also benefit from this formula. Now, I've tried this formula to diabetic, but again, if you're a little bit doubtful, because many people are saying that, you know, fruits is not really that good for diabetic because it can increase your blood sugar. Yeah, I hate sometimes some of the literatures because they keep on pinpointing to glycemic index. But, you know, glycemic index is important. It's important because that is our gauge for, you know, rising of the blood sugar. But we tend to forget the most important issue in nutrition. And the most important issue in nutrition is not just only glycemic index. Imagine if you will be restricting your diabetic patients to take these unique fruits, you're also restricting them in the uniqueness of the nutritional value of these fruits, the unique vitamins and minerals, the unique phytochemicals, the unique fiber in these fruits. Okay? So again, for my diabetic patients, yes, I can still give you this fruit blend, but be sure to monitor your blood sugar. It's normal after 1 hour. You get, by the way, you can have a testing evaluation. You can have your fasting blood sugar and then take 1 glass of this fruit blend. And then after 1 hour, you take again your blood sugar. Maybe if it's nice if you have glucometer, you take your blood sugar after 1 hour. And then after 2 hours, take again your blood sugar. And then when lunchtime comes and you're hungry, you try again to test your blood sugar. Definitely, it will raise a little. Blood sugar will shoot a little, but you know it's not that high. So don't worry. It is just food. And then you try to repeat the same thing the next day, and definitely, it will not really shoot up that high. And the next day, and later on, you'll see that this is really good. Now, the best formula for diabetic is watermelon. If you use the watermelon, the big one, the red one, you get the portion that is very close to the skin. And that has low glycemic index. You know, it's very close to the balat. It's very close. It's almost the balat. And that is really best for you. And if you want really the best blood sugar level, you can add pomelo, suha. Pomelo can actually give you the best, you know, control. You can easily, you will not be afraid that blood sugar will really go up. Now, with the fruit sometimes can be some sweetening. And the sweetening that we can use is not the artificial, not the sugar, but just a piece of banana. This will really give you good taste. So for diabetic, if you want really to experiment, don't put banana initially. Then try this formula, watermelon, papaya, and suha. That's best for you, for diabetic. Now, if you're really uncontrolled, be sure to add the seeds of papaya. And when you do that, you try to experiment and you try to do some diary and write and note the formulation of fruit blend and your blood sugar. You will really be surprised. You will be able to discover something, treasure from your kitchen. You know, these are really treasure in our kitchen. When I say treasure, this is really the real treasure because this can actually the best substitute for your medicine. You know, when I say treasure, the treasure is a gold. And when I say treasure, this treasure is more than gold. You know, you will be able to cut down your medications. For those of you who are taking drugs for cholesterol, you can have this one, and then later on, when your cholesterol goes down, you go back again to your doctor and then ask if they can, you know, if they can remove the medication and just stick to a healthy diet. This is treasure solution to those of you who are severely constipated. better than laxative. So my friends, I hope that you enjoy the Fruit Blend Detox show today, and I'm sure you will discover more. By the way, these are just basic, and you can still dig deeper in your kitchen. There are lots hidden in your kitchen, treasure that you cannot imagine. It's just there, you know. Try to experiment and try to discover. By the way, don't be afraid to experiment. Yeah, there is no measurement here. And some of you are now asking, wow, how big is the banana? How big is papaya or the pineapple or what? There is no formulation here. Just mix. And then you experiment. And then you try. And then later on, you will really discover that you have your own recipe. Our show would actually give you and help you create your own recipe. That is the best treasure that you could get from our show. So friends, we would like to say again, see you next show, and stick to your kitchen. But again, you cannot put the treasure in the kitchen if you don't visit the local market. Go to the talipapa, go to the wet market, go to your neighbors, to the garden, and keep your treasure inside your kitchen. So again, good food is not really the only solution when it comes to health. But without it, everything is nothing. We invite you again to our next episode. Kitchen Treasure. See you then. God bless you.